Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dill here from Timeless and welcome to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Supreme, streetwear, Louis Vuitton, Bape, and a bunch of other clothing brands that have completely owned streetwear and why resellers are completely fucking streetwear. Now, overall, as a lot of you guys may know, when it comes to reselling, it's someone who goes to a store, who goes online, buys either a bulk amount of items or just one single item, but their entire intent is not to be a fan of, say, Supreme, Bape, Louis Vuitton, any of that, but to simply buy the item, mark it up 300%, and then sell it to you guys. Now, the reason why this is so shitty and why it's getting so bad is because everybody nowadays wants to be a reseller. There's other markets to go into. Not everybody needs to be a reseller to make money, but when it comes to streetwear, they are completely killing it. It's completely flooded with resellers nowadays, so everything's marked up 300% plus, and it's starting to get ridiculous. Another huge thing that's probably one of the biggest issues, especially going on with sneakers right now in streetwear, is the fact that there's VIP access to a lot of people. A lot of people have direct connections to, say, Adidas, Nike, Supreme, Louis Vuitton, Bape, and a lot of other companies, so they're actually able to get these items at the retail price, get a lot more than, you know, the typical average consumer can get, but then they have the ability to mark it up 300% plus. Now, this is complete bullshit because it's taking away from the actual fun of the game. When it comes to streetwear, it's always fun to, you know, have an equal playing field. Everybody has the same equal opportunity to get something that they really want, but nowadays it's turning into backdoor trading, illegal trading, or even just someone having a lot of access to a lot of merchandise. Now, when it comes to this, yes, it is bullshit, but a lot of people actually seem to work this out, and a lot of people actually have this nowadays to the point where the actual stock of every single item is nearly cut in half just from the amount of merchandise that's actually going to resellers rather than the average consumer. If we look at it with Yeezys, when it comes to people trading, we've seen, even with the semi-frozen yellows, people enter trading those before they even release because they're either getting stolen from the factory or there's people actually within the factory or with Adidas already giving them out. That right off the bat completely lowers the stock, and it's already a rare sneaker as it is, so it's going to give every single one of you guys lower chances of getting a sneaker. Now, anyone who is a reseller watching this, I completely understand why you do it. It's a way to make money, it's an effective way of making money, and it's a very reliable business, but it's not helping the community, it's not helping streetwear, and it's not keeping the trends going. If everybody can't get a certain item, eventually it's going to make that item die out. An example of this is the Yeezy. We've seen in recent times it peak, we've seen it go down, we've seen it plateau, we've seen it go in a bunch of different directions, but Kanye West himself even knows that this is happening because with the V2s, especially that line, a lot of stock is taken away right off the bat. Instantly on the website, they're taken over by either bots, people who know how to get them easier on the website, or people who actually have connections with Adidas, so the stock's instantly lowered, and Kanye West and Adidas both know this because they're trying to throw sneakers out to the average consumer who they can't get the sneaker they want, which is the Prime Knit and Boost version of the V2. Instead, Adidas makes the sneaker that's less popular, that they know a lot of people won't buy and they know won't have resale value, which is the Power Phases in the 700s, to the average consumer to then make them happy because they're not able to cop for retail the Yeezy V2s. This is a really shitty and vicious cycle that's going on in the community right now. I don't really agree with it whatsoever. I think Adidas is taking the wrong way with this. I do think they need to make it a more fair and even playing field. They need to weigh out all of those people within the community that have access or easier access to the actual stock and have the ability to really get as many pairs as they possibly want. If you guys look at releases, if you guys know any resellers either on Instagram, Twitter, or even YouTuber who right after a release actually have instant access to, say, 10, 20, even 30 pairs of Yeezys, that is bullshit. Yes, they're still paying for it just like you and I, but it's not an even playing field when it comes to copying. I make these videos on my channel and I see comments every single day of people saying, you're making it harder for me to get a pair of sneakers because you're letting everybody know these tips and tricks that you know. The tips and tricks that I know and that I'm giving to you guys, the better access to the actual sneakers, is completely legitimate. It's things that are open to the public that I know and I know are actually true, and they're even out the playing field to give all of you guys a better ability to get sneakers over the resellers. I'm trying to weigh them out. I'm trying to give you guys more sneakers rather than the resellers, because currently I don't like the way and the direction in which streetwear is going. It's going to all the resellers. No one's a fan of Yeezys anymore. No one's a fan of Supreme. No one's a fan of Louis Vuitton. They're a fan of wearing expensive items. I think we need to have more fans of the items. We need to have more people within the community who love streetwear, who have a passion for it, rather than people who just go into it to make money. It's kind of getting ridiculous nowadays. Yes, it can become a business, but there comes a point in time when an entire genre or category can get completely wiped out by resellers and people who are creating businesses. So if you guys want to kill out all the resellers who are absolutely destroying the game right now, who are making a living off of you guys suffering and not not being able to get a sneaker that you really have been looking for a long time, then remember to subscribe. And the reason for this is not for self-promotion. The reason for this is because on my channel, I give you guys the single best information. I break it down on every single level to give you guys the best information on how to cop sneakers and hopefully get more into the hands of you guys, the general consumers, rather than the resellers. If you guys agree or disagree with me, leave it in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys think about this topic. Do you guys, think there's more fans of actual sneakers and, streetwear community nowadays? Or do you also feel like the resellers are kind of killing this entire genre? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys who stop by my channel every single day, show me support. I love every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.